There we
Hey
go.
guys, it's come on, I've got to mess up every time, don't I? Hey guys, it's Monday night, and you're watching Sizzle This with me and CHRISTI and Donna and Dennis, and we have Gracie. No one's stopping me but me. I mean, fabulous. We have a bunch of fabulous people here tonight. I'm really not feeling good, so I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it on over to Dennis and let him take it from here.
All right. Basically, we do have Gracie. No one's stopping me but me. And before we start, how is everybody's week so far? We can start off with Donna and then go from there.
I had a really, really good week, believe it or not. I mean, I don't have any specifics yet, but something big is coming at work, and I don't really know what it is yet, so it's kind of killing me not to know. I do know that whatever it is, I'll be in training on Friday all day. So hopefully it means big things are coming.
A promotion already?
I hope.
I knew it was coming quick.
Very cool. Gracie, how was your week so far?
Good, except for my torrid love affair with Girl Scout cookies. It was fabulous.
They're crack dealers. Leave those people alone. They're crack dealers.
I know. My daughter is one. That's a problem in my house.
Okay.
Stay away from them.
I got we walked out from the store, and one of the Girl Scouts says, "Would you like to buy some?" And I says, "No, I can't." And I felt so bad because the look on her face, I'm like, "Dennis, walk away, just walk away." And I did. I mean, I felt so bad for her because she looked like she was gonna start crying.
Right.
So.
Way to make the Girl Scouts cry, Dennis.
I know.
Heartbreaker.
Exactly.
They get me every time. I at least buy a box every time I walk out the store.
I almost did, but I just walked away.
I'm proud of you. That takes true strength.
Yeah.
Yes,
You might be my hero, Dennis.
Right?
We bought like 15 boxes from some little girl that her mom was selling them at Angela's work, and then it's like, I don't know how many boxes I've bought. More already. It's like, you can't tell them no.
Right.
They sit there and they, would you like to buy some of our cookies? And I always get the little ones, the little bitty ones, and it's like, we've been out here all day, and I was like, yes, here, I'll buy a box.
Or poor Matt brought some home. He's like, didn't I do good? And I'm like, no.
Get them out of the house now.
Thin Mints? I can say no to Thin Mints all the time. I don't like mint.
Oh,
But it's the Samoas. Oh.
Oh, see, those aren't for me.
Thin mints are my weakness.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Well, I haven't found a Girl Scout cookie I don't like.
So, Christy, how was your week so far?
Mine has been busy recovering from surgery, which I'm doing really good. No problems. Still a little puffy on one side, but doing good. Doctor's appointments like crazy. I met with my trainer today. Was the first day, and she killed me. But other than that, I feel great. I got T-Rex arms right now. This is as far as I could go. So T-Rex arms.
Oh, I know that feeling.
And I got a new office space.
Yay!
Yep. So
Very cool. And then, Michael, how was your week?
My week was same old, gym, work. This weekend we did take a little road trip up to Oklahoma. We went to the casino and met up with Kelly Jo and her fiance Jeff. Hung out with them Saturday night. I mean, we stayed up all night laughing and giggling and talking, and finally went to bed like at 6 a.m. Sunday morning, and then checked out of the hotel by noon, and then drove back, and I stopped off and met with Nori, another friend of mine that's in the community, and had coffee with her. We stopped at a Starbucks, and like before I knew it, we were there 3.5 hours just talking and catching up, and then that was at 9 o'clock at night, and still had to drive another 3.5 hours home. So I'm kind of in dealing with this cold and lack of sleep, and got up this morning, went to work, and I'm actually supposed to go to the gym when I get off the show tonight, but I don't know. I'll call my trainer and let him know. He said just let him know, so we'll see. But other than that, it's been a great week.
Very cool. My week wasn't too bad. I was supposed to go to the gym this morning, and unfortunately the bus comes for my youngest, and he is getting sick, so in the bathroom. So I had to wave the bus on. I think it was the vitamin that I gave him with his one medication, I'm assuming. So right away, he got sick, and didn't send him to school. But I did walk with him. He did walk 2.4 miles today with me. So unfortunately, he had to try to catch up with me. So because I'm a fast walker. And then today, just basically, Jay came home and went to the gym. So I'm over 12,000 steps so far today.
Woohoo!
That's awesome.
Thank you. So I have an 11-pound gain since my lowest weight. So I am trying to get back on track and start to get that off again.
And you will. He'll be off before you know it.
Exactly. So today's guest is Gracie, and no one's stopping me but me, which is her YouTube channel. And today we're talking about plastic surgery and stuff like that. So Gracie, would you like to tell the audience a little bit about yourself? Like what kind of surgery you had and how long you post-op?
I had my gastric bypass RNY August 18th, 2014, so I'm like a year and a half, I guess, now, somewhere in there. Post-op RNY, I had over 100-pound weight loss, and then August 2015, I had an extended abdominoplasty and a breast augmentation. So I'm like right at 6 months post-op plastics.
Very cool. Yeah, because you and I were about a week apart.
Yeah. The nerves, the nerve-wracking plastic surgery.
Exactly. Now, did you? I mean, for plastic surgery, did you basically was it like for vain reasons that you did it, or was it just like was it really bothersome or stuff like that you had it done?
The boobs were probably vain reasons. The stomach was really bothersome. Yeah, it was definitely the one area of my body I just couldn't stand. I'm only 30 years old, so to have all that loose hanging skin and to feel like so accomplished after losing so much weight and feel so much better, and then just to have that holding you back. And I've had kids and my stomach didn't look great. So it was definitely worth it for me.
Well, you look awesome, by the way, so congratulations.
Thank you. I feel so much better.
Well,
very cool.
I'll tell you, when I have my plastics, I'm doing it all for vanity reasons. I'm 40 years old, and I don't like what I see, and I'm going to get it fixed one day.
So how was the recovery? Especially, I'm especially interested in, like, the boobs and the stomach. Like,
the boobs
that would be the two areas that I would go for. Yeah, the boobs really weren't bad. They were swollen, and it was uncomfortable, but the stomach was painful. Like, that was true pain. But would I do it again? Absolutely, 100 times. Like, it was so worth the final results. Any amount of pain would be worth it, I feel like. But recovery wasn't bad. Sleeping in the recliner is what sucked the most, was just having to sleep in a chair and so uncomfortable.
I saw your 2-week post-op video, and I was just amazed how good you looked. I mean, there was no bruising. Your incisions looked great. Your belly button looked great. And it was just amazing to see that, because you put 3 pictures there all together, and it was just like you said, it was a totally different person. You didn't look the same from the beginning to the end. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing what plastic surgery can do. It was awesome. It came out better than I thought it was going to. Like, I had expectations in my head, but then when they exceed that, it's just like, wow.
Yeah. Now, did you have any complications from it?
No, none, not one.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I have a friend that just had it out here, and I know him from online, and he had it, I'm assuming, a few weeks ago, and he had to go back to the surgeon the other day, and I think he's having some complications. So I think he had like a lower body lift or something. So I know that he's back on bed rest again.
Oh man,
Oh, wow.
that would be hard.
Yeah.
There's a girl that I followed on YouTube because just like you do with weight loss surgery, you follow a bunch of people. When I looked into plastics, I started following a bunch of people, even people who weren't weight loss surgery patients, just people who were having the same procedures I was. And there was this girl, and I thought she looked great before she had plastics, and then she had her breasts done, and they were uneven, and she had to see a second surgeon, and she's had all these complications since, and I'm like, man, I feel really fortunate that that didn't happen. So just be careful when you pick your plastic surgeon.
Right.
Exactly.
How much research did you do? But is this the same doctor that did your surgery, your weight loss?
No.
No,
No.
not the same surgeon, but I know you said it was the same hospital. And
Yeah, it's the same. It wasn't at the same facility, but it's owned by the same hospital. It's the hospital group that I work for. So it wasn't at that facility.
okay. Let me stop real quick. If anybody's having trouble sending questions in for Gracie, you could always hit me up on Facebook. I know we got a few people here watching, and I've had a few people send me messages. Sherry's here. She says, hello, everybody. Miss Alicia's here. She says, hello, everybody. Hi, Gracie. She says she doesn't buy cookies from them. She gives them a few bucks anyways. And then Miss Connie is here. She says, hello, hello. So I just want to let you know, if you can't, if it's having trouble, again, leaving messages or anything, just send either one of us a message on Facebook, and we'll get the question out. So.
Very cool. Mama Rose is here also. She just said hello, by the way, too.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Mama Rose.
Yeah, I got my phone and I got a tablet here on the computer, so I'm trying to sit there and multitask to make sure we get all comments or questions coming in. So.
Exactly. Before we start, actually, not before we start, but we have some shout-outs and all that to do before we keep going. I want to congratulate Tammy Mizo Lopez. She just had her bypass on March 2nd, 2015. 16. What am I talking about? 16. How quick. So congratulations, Tammy. Christina Rangel she's under 200, so congratulations to Christina. Liz Kilpatrick just celebrated 50 years birthday.
Yay!
So happy birthday, Liz.
Yes.
And I want to give a special shout out to my husband Jay. Basically, he as of tonight he will stop smoking. He is getting
Awesome.
ready to he is on Chantix, so he started that, and we are in the process of having him go through his WLS surgery. So he has one more month with the doctor, and then we should know. Yes, I think it's March 22nd is his last appointment, and then we'll know with the insurance probably a few weeks after that. So keep your fingers crossed that he gets approved.
Oh, we need to shout out Jennifer Mahoney because she hit her lowest weight since her
Oh, that's right.
bypass today.
That this morning. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Congratulations. Is there anybody else? I'm not really sure, really quick, if there was anybody else.
Deborah Randolph, she doesn't make videos, but she's pretty active on Facebook. She's having her RNY, I think, next week.
Okay. Very cool. And we have Sleep Rocker here saying, what's up, sexy people? And Mama Rose says, Gracie is gorgeous indeedly.
Oh, thank you.
Do we have any more questions for Gracie?
I'm checking right now, but no. I don't see anything right now.
What was the approval process like for plastics for you?
Well, I had to pay for my plastics, so there really wasn't an approval process.
Okay.
Luckily. And just kind of went in. I had done a few consultations. My first one being at WSFA, my first year post-op was when I went for a consultation, and I wasn't even at goal at that point. And then they told me I was ready because I was so nervous to have a consultation done at that time. And I did mine with Melissa, Melly May, and Katie, Losing Weight Kate, and we all went in together. And so it kind of made it better. Even though it's nerve-wracking to sit and get naked with people you just met on the internet, you know, who does that? So it made it better, though, because then I was confident enough to go out and come home and do everything I needed to do. But that first consultation is scary.
Yeah.
I bet.
I bet it was, yeah. I can see how that would be
I
terrifying.
had a consultation. I was about 18 months out or a little over, and yeah, it's scary. I mean, for one, you don't really know what you're going into.
Mm-hmm.
And then for you to just derobe and show all, because you're not happy with the way you look.
Right.
And just to be that vulnerable and just show all your flaws to an absolute stranger, and yeah, it's very nerve-wracking and stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, is there any other surgeries that you're looking to have, or are you complete? Are you done right now with plastics?
No, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I was going to do it all in one shot. I had considered doing a brachioplasty for a while, and then I kind of just decided between talking to the different doctors, none of them really thought that I needed to do it. Do my arms bother me? Yeah, a little bit. Could they look better? Probably, but I'm not willing to sacrifice that big scar just to remove a little bit of skin.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually saw a post today from a friend of mine. Well, actually, I saw her live in person over the weekend. My friend Kelly Jo. I mean, she had her arms done. She had a 360 body lift and her breast done, and I saw her scar on her arms, and she's 11 weeks post-op, and like you could barely see the scar on her arm. It's blending in nicely.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
She looks amazing. But, I know her scar goes from her armpit almost to her elbow.
Mm-hmm.
But with her only being 11 weeks, and it's already blending, and it's hard to see. So I thought that was amazing.
That's a good surgeon, especially if you can't hardly see it only being 11 weeks out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you do your arms, you lost your tattoo from your stomach, correct?
Yeah, I have a sleeve on one arm, so I lose a lot of my ink. Also, I keloid when I scar, so I was concerned about that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting there watching the video from your surgery, and I was like, wow. I mean, it was just completely gone. It was just laying on the table.
Yeah, he was like, you're going to lose that. And I was like, that's okay. I can get more tattoos. Take it off. Get it all
Can
off.
do it.
Take as much as you want.
That's minor. That's minor right there.
Right.
Alicia wants to know, what do you look for when you're looking for a surgeon, for a plastic surgeon?
I definitely want to see people who he's worked on, for sure, 100%. References are important. Hearing what he has to say, what his background is, what he specializes in, if he's done other weight loss surgery patients, because just because he's a plastic surgeon doesn't mean he's focused on weight loss surgery patients. And we're a different kind of patients. Our bodies are different.
Right.
It's not just dramatic weight loss. We have vitamin deficiencies. There's other things that they have to consider before they work on us. So those are important things to look for.
I agree.
Now, when I had my surgery on my chest, I don't think I asked him if he dealt with a lot of weight loss surgery patients.
Mm-hmm.
I only went to one consult. It was because the insurance covered it. So I was like, I'll just go with it. But now when I go when I want to do the lower body lift, I'm actually going to be going for a couple of consults.
Yeah.
I have one on Thursday. There's another doctor that I want to see, and then I will probably do a phone consult, Skype consult with Dr. Katzen out of Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
He's the one that's going to be in Nashville, is that correct? Yes. Doing consults?
Yes.
He is. Okay. And I actually will be having a consult with him. I contacted his office today, and they're getting me on the schedule. So.
Yay!
Yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah, he's only there for one day, isn't it? For just a few hours, isn't that correct?
He will be there for one day, and he will stay as long as he needs to that day.
Okay.
So you get a flight out and head home because I think he has like a wedding or something the next day to attend.
Okay. Yeah, I remember them talking about it on, I think it was the Pretty Losers. They were talking about that he was only going to be there for one day because he's doing a panel too. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would suggest getting a couple of different, not estimates, but speaking to a few different doctors to see, getting, what their opinions are.
So,
Is that what you, go ahead.
no, go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, Gracie, is that what you did? Or,
Yeah,
did you?
absolutely. Find somebody you're comfortable with. When you ask a doctor a question, if he kind of blows you off or she blows you off and doesn't give you the answers you're looking for and you're not vibing with them, then I wouldn't even bother going back. Because follow-up care is important, and this is somebody you're going to need to see after, and how are they going to treat you and how's that going to go after. And that's really important while you're healing. It is a long recovery process, and if you're having an issue with something, how am I going to get in touch with you? What are your follow-up procedures after my surgery's over? Those are questions you need to be thinking about.
Right.
How long was your recovery?
Till I was back in 100%. I don't know. I went on a trip like less than a month after my surgery. So, I feel like I bounced back pretty quick. Like I said, the first week was horrible. Horrible. I'd say a solid 2 weeks it was pretty rough, but the first week was the stomach, man. It just gets you.
How long did you take off for work?
6 weeks, because my job is very strenuous and a lot of heavy lifting. And I had to be able to lift 50 pounds before I went back to work. So I was on restriction a little bit longer. If you had a desk job or something, you definitely wouldn't need that much time, but I just needed more time.
Okay. I was trying to think. Go ahead.
I forgot my question.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
It'll come back to you.
Oh, you were a year out after your surgery when you sat there and you had your plastics, correct?
I was about to hit my 1 year mark. It was a couple weeks before. I think I had my RNY August 18th, 2014, and I think we said August 7th, 2015. Yeah. I had my plastics. So yeah, I was right at about a year.
So when did you hit were you comfortable at your maintenance school when you had your plastics, or?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how long did it take you to hit your maintenance, and then when you sat there and?
I think I was 9 months. Post-op RNY, I hit my. I'd have to watch my videos. I don't know. I was around 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good.
I had a question and I forgot.
So how did your family handle things when you had surgery?
Plastics?
Yeah.
Oh, my husband was great. He took off work and took care of me and slept right on the couch right by my recliner that I lived on for several weeks, and they were awesome. Everybody took really good care of me. One of my friends came down from Ohio and stayed and helped, and everyone pitched in because I wasn't able to do very much. Like, my husband had to do everything for me, give me showers, everything. Like, it's hard to do anything. It's hard to get up and down off the toilet after that abdominal surgery. You're just so sore, and it literally felt like I was just gonna rip apart if I stood up straight. So
he was a real trooper, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely have somebody to stay with you.
You didn't have to worry about no younger kids running around, so.
Yeah, my youngest is 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, they say when they work on your stomach, on your belly, you have to, walk, not straight, but crooked for about a week. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was hunched over for sure. Even now, still, if I stretch out fully, it's this weird kind of tingly sensation.
Oh, wow. Connie said she agrees the first week was really painful, but after that, she was able to move without pain, so that's what she said after she had her plastics done, so.
Yeah.
Do you have any numbness or loss of feeling in your incision area?
It's tingly. It's kind of a weird sensation, like when your foot falls asleep. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that, and where my hip bones are, it's really itchy still. And I'm doing a compound scar cream, but I'm sure over time that'll resolve. But it does feel different than other areas of my skin. All those nerve endings are just starting to wake back up and come back to life, I think. Wow.
The surgery that you had on the belly, is that the one where they work on your, work out with the muscles?
Yeah, I had mine resutured because I've had 3 kids.
Okay.
So he brought all that back together, and I'm sure that played a role in my pain level also.
Yeah.
But, you know, even with the pain, if you're thinking about doing it, if you're unhappy with your stomach and that loose skin really bothers you, I 100% say to do it. You'll feel so much better. It's worth it. It's kind of like, you know, women having a baby. You forget about the pain after. Just do it.
I've had 4 kids, so I know it's like.
Yeah. You just do it again.
I want to get it done, but I want to make sure that I'm at a comfortable weight for a while before I sit there and even think about plastics.
Yeah.
I know my arms are starting to really bug me, but I just want to make sure I get to a level where I'm comfortable, because I know I'm going to continue to lose, because I'm not even a year out. Next month will be a year out, so it's like I'm still losing. So I just want to make sure that I'm at that comfortable weight before I even consider doing it. But
right, and you'll know when you're ready. You know your body. You know when you're comfortable.
But it's amazing. I looked at myself in the mirror the first time naked after I've had surgery, and this whole time, and it was when I took my daughter to Columbus for a doctor's appointment, and they had one of these big mirrors in the bathroom in the hotel room, and that was the first time I actually got to see everything. You know, I just have a small mirror in the bathroom, so all I see is head up, you know. But it's pretty weird to sit there and see the skin, and because I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I still see myself as the bigger person I used to be.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's the skin also. You see that skin, and it's like, oh, it hasn't gone nowhere. It's still there.
Right.
How long did you wear your compression garment for?
Oh, not as long as I was supposed to. I'm such a bad patient. You know, I just my swelling really wasn't that bad, and I don't know, it was really uncomfortable, and even the binder, the bra binder, was uncomfortable. So I really didn't wear either as long as they recommend. But I really wasn't that swollen. I didn't really struggle with that. I know some people swell for months after, but I really didn't.
Yeah, I was supposed to wear it for about 2 months, and I probably wore it the first month almost 24 hours a day. And after that, I like took it off, because, you know, of course, you know, I had it here in Tucson, which is 110 degrees in the summer.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So yeah, it gets hot, and especially during July, it gets we get the monsoons, so it gets humid and hot. And yeah, I had to like take it off most of the day, and finally I just stopped wearing it.
Yeah. They were uncomfortable. Like, they were good initially when I had big dressings on my stomach and trying to help hold those dressings in place. But once those were off and the drains were out, I was like, I'm not wearing this thing.
Yeah.
So I was so happy to lose my drains. It was probably like the best day ever, because I had one of my drains was kind of close to my butt, and so I was sitting on it all the time, and it was pulling, and it was super irritating. So I was so happy when I got that drain out.
How long did you have them for?
Oh, I don't even remember. I'm not sure. I want to say about a week, but I'd have to go back and watch my videos. One I had longer than the other.
Well, I know at 2 weeks, when you did the 2-week videos, you didn't have any drains on you. You said you just got them out, so it must have...
So less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, because you didn't have any drains on you, so you said you just had them removed because you were showing the one from your back side and then the front. So.
Yeah, one was more in the front on my right side, and then on the left side it was more towards my butt, and it was awful. It was just bad placement. And, of course, it was the one that kept putting out, so it stayed in longer.
All right, Michael said he just lost power, but he's booting back up, so he'll be back here in a second. I have a question from Alicia. She said, did you deal with any negativity because you had plastics?
Oh, of course. People are so judgmental. I mean, you're going to deal with negativity no matter what you decide to do with your life. I feel like people are always going to have something negative to say. They're always going to try to bring you down, but, you know, that's their own insecurities leaking through. I've always been very open about everything. As far as my gastric bypass, as far as my plastic surgery, I've never kept it from anyone. And it's inspired a lot of people along the way, those who've struggled with their weight, and that's been my intention about being very open. I know everybody makes their own decision about what they want to share and what they don't. For me, I felt like it was a disservice to everyone I was around who was plus size or struggling with their weight and having the same issues that I've had for years. And then if I'm showing up, losing weight, and looking great and just saying I'm on a diet, I couldn't do that. Like, I'm doing a disservice to them. And we're all struggling, right? We're all struggling with being fat, with not feeling good, with all these things. And then they see me and they're like, oh my gosh, what have you done? And it's been awesome. I've met so many people and I've helped people along the way, people who have made decision to have surgery, and that's great. I started this whole thing, and I had a friend who had gastric bypass, and I at first was like, I don't think I'd ever do that. I don't, I'm bad, but I'm not that bad. And then I ended up doing it. So I think it's really important to be honest and share your story and your struggles.
I agree. I'm glad that I started making videos when I made this journey, so it helps keep me liable to my journey too, I think. Except for I've been bad lately and haven't made any videos. So
me too.
I mean,
me too.
I just caught the last bit of that, but for example, I'm very open about my surgery, about this whole process I've been going through. I'm 3 years out. I was at the gym last Thursday, and I was walking in, and this guy stopped me, and he was like, I'm not good with names, but I never forget a face, and I know you. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. I'm trying to get him. He said, no, wait a minute. Talk to me. Your voice sounds familiar. And he was like, I know what it is. I mean, you had weight loss surgery. You're Michael VSG off of YouTube. And I was like, and then we sat there and talked. I mean, he's looking into the process, and he's, watched a bunch of people's videos. But that, knowing that, we inspire people that we don't even know is so mind-blowing. It's like, that's happened to me 4 or 5 times, just with local people, that it's like, hey, I was like at Discount Tire, and some guy approached me, hey, I've watched your videos, and I was like, I mean, it's humbling, and then it's like, oh my God, someone's actually really watching that. It's kind of crazy, but I never thought about hiding my surgery. I mean, it would be kind of hard to explain going from 400 and something pounds down to under 200, saying, yeah, I did it with diet and exercise in 18 months.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to knock anybody who decides to keep their journey a secret. Like, everybody has to do what's best and what they're comfortable with. Some people don't want to put it all out there, and that's fine. But it all goes back for me about being scared and about being vulnerable and about being in that desperate place of, I just don't want to be fat anymore. I just want a better life. I just want to feel better. And I've been able to do that and put it all out there, the good, the bad, and if people had some negative things to say along the way, of course, and that's okay, because I'm a happier me. So in the end, that's all that matters.
When I started going through my journey, I thought I was the only person that I knew that had ever, considered it. And then after I have surgery and I've gone through all these struggles, feeling so isolated and alone, I have people that are like, oh yeah, I had surgery several years ago. I just didn't tell anybody. And I was thinking, where were you when I was struggling, thinking I'm so alone in this journey? And, of course now I can talk to them and say, hey, did you struggle with this or that? But, before I had no idea. I felt like I was going through the whole thing. I felt like I was the only person out in Siberia, having this surgery. And then after it was over, everybody's like, oh, yeah, I had that surgery. That's how I lost all my weight. And I'm like, oh, and here I was feeling like a failure because, well, they did it with diet and exercise. Why can't I successfully do that as well,
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I've always been really open. I don't care. I'll just, lay it out there. Oh, yeah, I had weight loss surgery.
I love that. Well, what do you eat now?
Right.
Food. Right?
We eat baby food in a jar.
I never eat. Like, what do you mean, what do I eat? Come on.
Eat? Wait. Oh,
My mom will ask
people do that?
Like, well, how do you eat? What do you eat? I don't understand. Can I eat like that? Will I lose weight if I eat like that? I'm like, Mom, I just can't. I can't.
Right. Or people who assume you throw up every day. Do you throw up every day? Are you sick all the time? No, I'm never sick. What are you talking about? I'm probably healthier than you. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Exactly. Mama Connie also had to wear her binder for 3 months, and they took 23 pounds off of her.
Oh,
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. And Alicia wanted me to tell you, Gracie, that you're such an inspiration as a fellow RNY sister. So.
Oh, thank you. She is. She's always working out.
I know.
I need to get on that team.
Yeah, she's doing good. She's keeping up with it. So.
Do you have any other questions?
I am looking. Go. So what plans do you have now? What's on your all right, I was looking through some of your pictures on Facebook. I was being nosy and stuff. You did some, were you a model or?
I did some pinup stuff. Not a professional model, no.
They look good, girl. You were
Thank
rocking.
you.
I was like, wow. I said, is she a model? Let me sit there and go see real quick. I was being nosy and stuff, so. But let me look. I don't see nothing on Facebook and no personal messages.
So what is next for you, Gracie? Where do you go from here?
Oh, well, I feel like I've completed my weight loss surgery journey. I've been below my goal weight for a while now. I'm just trying to maintain and be healthy and live this new life.
Love it. I love that answer right there.
So will there be more videos coming?
Yes, I hope so. I'm in grad school, so it's like so consuming that I miss everybody, and I've been trying to be as active as I can be, but it's not been as much. But you know, I'm stable.
Stable, living life. I mean, that's what you did the surgery for, is to live life.
Right.
Exactly.
And you're a success, and you've done it.
And it's been awesome. It's been an awesome, difficult journey. You learn a lot about yourself along the way.
Yes. And you meet a lot of amazing people, too.
Yes, absolutely. That's been the best part of it. And I encourage anybody who doesn't make videos to get out there and do it, for sure. Because it does change your life.
It does change your life. I mean, the connection that you make with people through making videos and watching videos, it's a connection that it's hard to explain if you don't do it.
Yeah.
And then when you finally meet them in person, it's like, oh, well, you know, this is nothing new. I mean, you know, I just watched you on a video, so, I mean, we already know each other, and we talk, you know, all the time. So, I mean, it takes that different level, that different fear of meeting someone away.
Right. It's like, you didn't know we were already best friends? I watched all your videos. What are you talking about? We just met. I know your whole life.
It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been calling you my best friend for, like, ever.
Right.
I know we've never actually spoke, but, well, yeah.
But how's the family, you know?
But we're besties anyway.
I've been there through all your ups and downs, and you know, I was holding your hand through the video, so.
Yeah, I've been to a few conferences and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, last video I watched of you, you were crying. Are you doing okay?" Like, I think so, you know.
I don't remember what I was talking about.
What was I crying about that day? I don't remember. It's been a long journey. It's funny the things people remember about you that you don't even remember that you said, you know, at certain points throughout your journey. Because I feel like we come full circle, and we all kind of go through similar things at different points. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting to see other people go through the same things that you struggled with at different points throughout their journey. Right.
It's funny because Michael will sit there and send me pictures. Like when I hit my landmark at 6 months and 3 months, he kept sending me side-by-side pictures of my old videos. He's like, look at you, look at you. I don't go back and look at my old videos and pictures, and Michael was always the first one to sit there and send those pictures to me.
You know, I do that, and I've done that with several people that I know personally. That's like my cousin. She did it the other day. She was like, oh, my God, I can't see a difference. I don't. Yeah, of course you don't. You're looking at yourself every single day.
Right.
So I'll just go snap a picture, snag a couple of pictures off of Facebook, some before and afters, and just do a side by side and send them to you. And then a friend of mine that I went to high school with had surgery back in August, and she was saying she was struggling and can't see a difference. And I was like, no, hold up, let me go pull. Just sit right there, and I'll show you something. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't even realize how much I've changed. I was like, yeah, of course you don't. I mean, you look at your stuff every day.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's the hard part. We sit there and we see ourselves every day, so we don't see a change. And it's like, then someone you haven't seen in a while, oh my God, what happened to you? I didn't even recognize you.
Yeah.
So.
Melly May was always good, and she still is, about sending me screenshots of things or different things, before and after pictures of us, from when we were bigger, all the way throughout. So she's always been like my #1 cheerleader throughout all this. And those little reminders when you get from somebody that's close to you, it's so encouraging, because you're like, wow, I forgot that we looked like that, or I forgot that day, how we felt at that time.
Right.
Exactly. I have a question for all the panel. If you had one surgery for free, what plastic surgery would it be? If you could have one plastic surgery for free, what would it be? Starting with Donna?
I think for me it would be my stomach, like the extra skin just removed.
Okay. Anybody? Michael?
I'll hands down, no thought about it. I'd have my chest reconstructed. I'd have an actual chest lift and reduction.
Okay.
I think I would have my stomach done too.
Yeah.
It'd be a toss-up between my stomach or my arms, but I think more likely it'd be my stomach.
Yeah. My stomach is bad, but I can live with that. And my chest is my insecure point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I had a really hard time when I made my video of my stomach. That was definitely my, oh my gosh, so hard to do.
It is. It's like you can sit there and you pull on it, and it's like, there's something underneath here, but I can't see it, damn it.
Yeah.
And on other people, when you see it, it's like not that big of a deal, because you're like, oh, that's not that bad. I thought it was going to be so much worse.
Right?
But when it's you, it's like, oh my God, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I pull on my stomach all the time. I'm like, oh, I know there's something underneath here that's, and I'm constantly wearing compression shirts and stuff, and it's like just to sit there. I can't wear them to go out in public because they drive me crazy. But just to sit there and try them on at home and be like, wow, this is what I would look like when it's all gone. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I was very self-conscious with my chest when I had mine, before I had mine done. And I mean, I basically had male breasts. And I mean, it, wasn't because, some of it was because of the weight loss, and I mean, with the weight gain, and some of it also, I had a lot of breast tissue. And I mean, I used to go to pool parties, and it was very bad. I mean, I was so self-conscious, because you would see the guys there that, had the nice chests and stuff like that, and I just look at myself, and I was just very self-conscious. That's why I was so glad that my insurance covered it for medical, because I did have the breast tissue and stuff like that. And I mean, but the surgery that if I had for free would probably be the belly and the love handles. So that would probably be mine.
Right.
Anybody else?
I think you asked everybody else. We all gave you an answer.
No, I was saying if there's any other questions. I'm sorry.
Oh, I have one. Gracie, if someone's out there watching and they're looking into having, surgery, either weight loss or plastics, what would you sit there and what would be your inspirational words to them?
Oh my gosh, I just think you don't realize how much it can change your life. I had no idea that my life would look like this before I went to that first seminar. Don't let fear hold you back, because I feel like so often we're all so scared of what might happen, what could happen, like, oh, I could get sick or I could have problems. Well, a lot of things could happen. I mean, any one of us, anything can happen right now, instantaneously. Like, you never know. But don't let your fear hold you back from living the best life you can live.
I agree.
I agree with that. You said that perfectly right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we should go ahead and just wrap it up. I don't see any more questions coming through. Let me refresh. Next week, me and Michael are doing our 1-year anniversary for Sizzle This. So if you have questions, you can email them. The link and everything's down below. Gracie, we also linked your Facebook and your YouTube channel down below, so if anybody that doesn't have you on their page, they could add you.
Awesome.
So
I promise I'll make a video in the next 2 months.
All right, everybody, put it in your calendar. 2 months.
We'll be
Maybe
waiting.
sooner. I'm gonna try.
So yes, so next week is the 1-year recap. You know, let's go over the show type thing. You get your questions in for me and CHRISTI, and then the week after that is the other big show that I would love to see how many questions we can get on that with Donna and CHRISTI.
Yeah, we're doing a girls show. Yeah, we're doing a girls show. What it's like to go through weight loss surgery with being a woman, you know, the feelings, the emotions, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, the emotions. You better make that a 2-hour show.
Yeah, it might be. So if anybody has any questions about that, I think that's going to be a really good show. Me and Donna were talking, and it's like we should do a girls show because guys don't know exactly what we're going through and stuff. So this is going to be a fun show. So that will be on the 21st that we have that show. So like I said, if you have any questions for the 1 year, what you'd like to see, who you like to see, or any questions for either one of us, or for me and Donna for the girls show, we're looking forward to answering those. And I think it's going to be a good show. Both of them are going to be a good show. And then we'll have other things coming up. I know we're all going to Nashville. Well, no. Dennis, you're going to OH, right?
It's up in the air now.
And then Donna, she can't make it to Nashville, so it's me and Michael going. Are you going to be there, Gracie? You're going to be there?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'll be there. I'm not staying at the hotel. I'm going to stay at Lacey's house, but we'll be at the events and stuff. We're going to come through and visit everybody.
Oh, nice.
Actually speaking on a panel at the conference this year, so it's going to be kind of cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
And then
I think like pretty much everybody's going.
Yeah.
Dennis.
The company that I'm
I
sitting
wish I could.
We'll miss you.
I know.
I
We
wish
try
I
to get him
could.
to come.
Hey, but you know they're really asking people to do the Facebook live feed during the conference and Periscope. I mean, just so the people that are not there can still feel like they are part of the
Oh,
conference.
but doesn't it make you sad when you miss an event? Like when anybody's doing a meet and greet and stuff and it's on Facebook, I'm like, why am I not there?
Yes.
All my friends are hanging out and I'm at home. Like, what is this?
I know, you're sitting on the computer watching this. Oh,
Yeah.
man, I wish I was there. Damn, I wish I was there. But
Yeah.
it's nice to see that, but it is also, to be honest with you, it is also upsetting because you wish you could be there celebrating and having fun with the group. But yet, on the other side, it is fun to see people. So you would want that hug, especially, and I know Michael, he's going to want that Mama Rose mug.
Yeah, I do have it. You know, I bought 4 coffee cups this weekend.
Oh, Lord.
I have
Is anybody here surprised to hear that?
Yeah, this is my new one, Dream.
Cute.
I have a coffee cup issue.
I think we all,
Maybe a little.
I know since weight loss, that's become my addiction is coffee, so.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and wrap it up for the night. We'll be back next Monday, like I said, with me and Michael doing our 1 year anniversary. Gracie, thank you for being on, and I look
Thanks for
forward to
having
seeing
me.
you in Nashville.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
So we appreciate it, and we will all see you guys next Monday at 9 o'clock. Remember, this is a new time for us, a new day, everything, so.
And I will not mess the intro up next Monday.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.